Alright, here we go. A Machine for Pigs. I hear that this is the shortest of the 3 games, so I'm hearing like 4 to 6 hours. I thought that the Dark Descent was a fairly decent game given the like time frame that it came out. My game is frozen. I don't know if there's like... Oh, I think we're good. I did really like the Dark Descent, though. I thought it was a pretty well-made game, given the time frame that it came out. And while I definitely, like, these are not my kind of game, I thought it was okay. He who makes a beast of himself removes himself from the pain of being human.
Daddy, Daddy, please don't kill me.
I also understand from what I heard that the 3 games have like nothing to do with each other. Daddy. This one seems to actually have like... There were definitely like cutscenes type things in the first game, but this seems a little bit more cinematic in nature by a hair. Now, granted, it's been about a month and a half since I did Dark Descent, but yeah, I'm pretty pumped for RE4. Gosh, it's so blurry and dark. This one doesn't seem to have difficulty. I thought I remember the... thought I remember the first game having difficulty. It doesn't look like this one has difficulty at all. It's very dark. Can't see shit. I see a man dressed in jaguar skins and feathered like a bloodied saint. What came from the heart lubricated us. It crushed evil under its tread and liberated us all. The fetid heat of the jungle mirrored somewhere behind my forehead. My temple pounds, the blood boils in my skull. It feels that there's something alive there. A rat, a damn rat gnawing through my brains, eating its way out into the world. Even the laudanum would not quell its endless hunger. I hear my children playing in the attic, but it fills me with terror, not love. What desperate thoughts are these? June 24th, 1899. So this, if I remember right, the first game took place also in like the 1800s. So left mouse, right mouse to throw the door open or shut. Okay, guess that's good to know. Hey, we have a light. We have a light source. No lantern yet, though.
Daddy, Daddy, find us.
My journal. A fever dream. House of Silence, Sound of Missing Children. Missing Sound of Children is like a dark and I don't even know what that fucking word is. Sepulcher beckoning me to begin a descent into the loam where surely only bodies may be found. My children call and I shall answer. I will find them. Okay. I am not gonna lie, it does seem a smidge dark. I don't want to go too crazy on the gamma because I don't want to wash it out, but that seems a little bit better. I don't want it to be too grainy either, but I might take it down just a hair. There we go. Oh, it's blurry. The fucking motion blur shit again. I despise motion blur in games, by the way. Like, I don't know why anybody adds motion blur to games, because like it's so disorienting. I get that there's definitely like points during a game where you might, you know, want to disorient the player a little bit, but I'm not a fan personally. I hate it. I wish that devs would be a lot more
I held your hand and watched the blood.
I wish that devs would use a lot more restraint with motion blur.
You lived long enough to see Edwin, but not Ina. I will take care of them, my love. I promise you this.
The green lighting is kind of interesting. These beds are like jail cells at the same time. It's a bit spooky.
Papa, this way.
Alright, that's blocked or something. Looks like that leads to the attic. That door is not budging. There are no other doors, so I guess we are going to the attic.
That man coming.
A bad man. Can be turned on. F. Okay. I wonder if you have to worry about like oil or something for the lantern. I'm not sure. In the last game you had to get like fuel for your light source. Daddy says there won't be a Christmas this year. He's much too busy. Nanny says we must not disturb him. He's ever so busy. He's gone for work before she wakes us, and often we are asleep before he returns. We found a bird in the garden with a broken wing. Gave it to Nanny, who said it was a filthy thing and hit it with a rolling pin. Jesus Christ. Later we crept downstairs to bury the body when everyone was asleep. There was a pig in the garden. We heard it snuffing about. Daddy came in and said we had to come inside straight away. He was furious, but we think he'd been crying again. Oh, poor Daddy. I think we're Daddy, actually. So. Hold left mouse. Ah, okay. Looks like there's like a whole nother part of the attic over here. Just got to figure out how to get over there. Looks like I need to climb. Can I jump on top of this crate here? Yes. Oh, no, you're supposed to crouch. Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
We're hiding, Daddy.
Daddy. Daddy. Yeah, shit. No, there we go. Never mind. Oh, fuck. Who did that? Daddy? Did you close the door? Daddy? Alright, February 14th, 1899. Yes, he said, I know these ruins. He was a shabby fellow, all rotten with some malodorous disease. I caught him looking at me strangely, as if what he really wanted to know was how I knew of them. Biting back the temptation to box his ears for the impudence, I simply smiled and told him that my family's library contained intriguing travel books. The illiterate oaf did not understand that, of course. He agreed to lead us anyway. I've told the children, truly this will be an extraordinary adventure. If those old stones hold the financial benefits I predict, it will merely be the first of many. It will be merely the first of many. The Infinity Stones? Is this some, Is this some Infinity War shit, man? Daddy? Don't kill me, Daddy.
You don't mind if I record this, do you? I find it most useful.
Ah, you have one of those wonderful Martin fills. No, of course not, my dear fellow.
It's my own design, Professor, along with everything you see.
Most useful. You understand, of course, why the ministry sent me. That they have concerns.
Yeah. Concerns. Very justified. Oh, shit. Well, goddamn. Fucking earthquake, dog. Sheesh. I was just about to make a comment about how it was very irresponsible to leave that fire unattended. You know? Who, for me? Hold on, I'm busy. The bank is refusing credit, the ignorant swine. I sit alone at night and weep once the children and servants are safely asleep, when they cannot hear me. My darling, how I need you now. They say I've squandered my fortune, that my investment in these latest machines has ruined the family name. What? That I was to remain a local butcher? What are these 2 arms compared to the multitude that can be applied without pay, without tire, by adapting the mechanisms we find in the looms or in the mills? But if the bank has its way, it will all come to nothing. If they come for the house, I swear I will kill them. I will kill them all. I will take my rifle. My rifle. Yeah.
Hello? Precious
Hello?
eagle cactus fruit. Help us.
Precious eagle cactus fruit? Well, that's gotta be a puzzle. Hey! Open up, you fuck. Alright. Well, clearly there's more to do in here. That file talks about a rifle. Maybe this is a key. Aha. Did it open a door or something? What? Maybe that opened the door back up? I don't know. No. Excuse me, sir. Oh. Well, that makes sense. Okay, that is fucking creepy. And of course, I'm locked out. That's great. That's just great. Okay, I see. Clockwork and the soul. Replacement is dissatisfactory, so like a pump. Better the intestinal canal, like a tapeworm, already hosting intrusion in the breed. Brass better than copper, more resistant. Filaments sewn to bone hold. Marrow pipe removal with needle potential. Composite replacement straightforward, will respond to electromagnetic inducement to increase yield rate. Serum provides accelerated resetting, resulting in naturalized movement within 2 to 3 days. Subjects still require severing of frontal lobes to reduce emotional distress upon reactivation. Damn it. Damn this wretched soul. If only it were clockwork. Well, yeah, clockwork. Wonder if that moves the gun back. No. Seems like it's some kind of mechanism to like lock and unlock that little door. Well, that's a little creepy.
This dawning epoch, this age of reason, an empire grown fat, ripe for the bleeding.
Yeah. Okay. Bathroom. Okay, it's very weird that there's like two-way mirrors in the house. That is very weird. Also, these drawings are pretty disturbing too. I think that's the way I came from. So this way, right? It's a pretty large house. Lily's honor, a banquet, 4 glassy orbs fixed upon a point in heaven. Wipe down your trousers, man. There's blood in this sweat, and it is most unseemly. Okay. This is like some Resident Evil Mansion shit, dude.
This way, Papa. Come and see.
This does look like the main hall. While I'm on the second floor, let me just try to stay on the second floor for a minute. Edwin and Enoch's diary, October 3rd, 1899. Daddy says we're not allowed to play with the animals anymore. We were playing hide and seek with Cook, and he came and shouted at us just as we were going to hide behind Mr. Grumpy Teddy. Cook says it's because of the guns in there, but he always lets us help polish them, so it can't be that. Anyway, that room is haunted. If you sneak around there at night, you can hear the ghosts in the walls behind the cases. They're often angry, or that's how it sounds. We think that's why you can hear them rattling their chains and slamming doors and things like that. We don't like it in there anyway. Okay, then why are you sneaking around in there, dude? These doors are all, like, blocked off. So there's obviously like more to this mansion. Daddy? Did the Trevors make this mansion? I don't know, dude.
I must say, my dear man, you look awful.
Yes, I seem to have picked up something rather nasty, Jackson.
I do understand what you've been through. A lesser man would have crumbled. Yet you have made all of this. Your great factory, your charities. It is a wonder for one man alone.
It will all be made clear, Professor. But first, a drink.
Yeah, a drink. All right, so let's see. We got a long hallway back here. This seems to kind of connect the east and west wings, possibly. That seems like the front door, which is obviously locked, because why would they, you know? There are a lot of guns hanging up in this house. Alright, so this seems like that's the door there that connects back to this side of the house, presumably. So before I go there, let me just check this little area. That door probably would be the main spot. Okay, so it's dark outside. We have like a courtyard in the middle. Okay. Oh, hello. Do you have a map? No, I don't think so.
Mandus, do you know me?
Who are you? Where are my children?
Trapped, Mandus. Far below us. The machine is fouled. It is breached. It is flooded. The bulkheads are down. The children are engaged. If you help me, I can help you release them. Restore the power, Mandus. Drain the flooding and restart the great engines.
How? Where should I go? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Morpheus? Yep, so that's where that comes out. Let's check this side. All right, that's another connection to the courtyard. Okay. Good to know. I am to have a visitor, the distinguished Professor A. He has come to ascertain my mental well-being after my prolonged absence from the club. But I'm not stupid. He is here to spy for them. When they stalked the Ripper, he was often called to pontificate upon lacerations and missing organs. Now he comes to me to doff and wheedle and my dear sir, but you must still grieve and perhaps just a quick look at your engines. Yeah, you ain't taking one fucking look at them, bud. No, I'm just kidding. The triumph of the age. He knows nothing of loss, nothing of sacrifice, but to refuse, I would simply poke the hornet's nest, invite a swarm of interlopers and thieves. Must entertain this buffoon and submit to his intrusion. Perhaps I should show him the tripery? I don't know what to fucking say. See whether his stomach, so trained by rummaging in the innards of clumsily vivisected horrors, is strong enough to stare into the real engines of his golden age. I may even introduce him to Jack, or his sons at least. We have stronger locks on the windows now, and we bring their toys to them. Ooh. Oh, well, that's bloody. Gross. That was the end of this hallway, or could I open this door? That door's blocked. Okay. Well, I take it then we're going this way, Chief. I will tell you, guys, one thing that I am liking a lot more about this game a lot more than The Dark Descent is that they have kind of limited how much of the area you have to like open drawers and shit on, which I do think is a very, very nice sort of change that I think makes playing the game a lot less daunting. I need an item to put in there, and do I have an inventory yet? I don't think so. I think I need to do something else before. Okay, so this is open. This is open.
Hands are bleeding. Raw.
Raw.
I scrub and scrub, but the smell will not lift. How can I hold my children with these hands now? How can I kiss them goodnight with lips that have issued such instruction?
Oh, she cometh snuffling by night round ye door, with her pretty apron right down to the hoof. And her ringlets are fair, and her eyes china blue, like a half-buried hand in the wintry snow. Like a hand in the wintry snow. And she'll beg you for apples through the window ajar. Her face be all hidden, but her eyes shine a flame, and though you'll be tempted, her bosom so fair. She'll snatch you and catch you and eat out your heart-o. She'll catch you and eat out your heart. This is like seems like a song. So look to your manners come the eve of the year, lest Sally comes calling for apples, my dear. And know that some doors ne'er should open wide. Take heed of your father and keep safe inside. Disobedient children make sadly her pies and warm Sally's beastly insides. Ugh, gross. Disgusting. Doesn't look to be too much going on in this room. This was the way out to the courtyard. Yeah, I don't mind taking a peek out here. There's a spigot here. I don't see a way to turn it on, but that's the other entrance. Okay. I'm willing to bet that this connects with that other part of the house that I was in earlier, where the little dining room area was. Let's just take a peek. That is correct. Alright, so we'll go this way. I didn't see much of anything over here, so let's... Alright, well that's locked. Okay. Alright, so these are movable. Okay. Ah, okay. I see. And this probably connects back to that other corridor because there's some machinery over here. This looks to be the other side. Wonder if we're gonna get this shortcut opened up here soon. Is this door open yet? Hey! Let me in, jerk! There's gotta be something. Well, that door's locked now, so that's a bit strange. Doesn't seem like there's really much of anything else going on, unless... Ah, okay. I see. So it looks like turning the gears there kind of changed the orientation of the courtyard back here. So now this is open. It's like changed the layout of these gates.
I will cry all the way home. I will have none. I will have none at all.
Jeez, man. No need to be so morbid. Alright, so... Oh, so now the shortcut's open.
He's coming. Come on, Daddy. It's this way.
It is? Looks like we're behind the house now. Let's check down this little path over here.
Come and see, Papa. We found an egg. A stone egg.
Oh, you did? Where is it, son? Oh! Ow! Fuck, man. Against the rising waters, planted the fingernails and flower pots all along the river when it's dark, so the sun could hatch them. All the world is an egg, he reasoned. We will grow hands now. There's only 7 achievements in this game, and we just got the first one. We haven't encountered a single enemy yet. Hopefully that will change. Realize now that my fear of dirt stems from the disease I contracted climbing those lost jungle temples. It is as if those clean places so free of humanity's filth imprinted upon my soul and left it so fragile to what I find here. Fear is what keeps us all in our places, and the fear of the flesh, the ruin of the flesh, is the greatest of them all. I am sickened, I am ruined, but I will build such machines to contain this plague and heal us all. A new century is upon us. Yep, only 7. From what I understand, this is a very short game. It's like maybe 4 hours tops. Well, 6 hours tops, but like they say 4 to 6 hours depending on how well you do with solving puzzles. And I would say, with my expertise in horror games, we'll probably be closer to the 4-hour mark, I would think.
The shaking ground you feel is our attempts to clear the floodwaters. Treachery, Mandus. We were undone. Your children are trapped by this act. You must find them before it is too late.
What do you need me to do? How can I find them?
Always deeper, Mandus. Through the piston room and into the tunnels. Then find the bilge and flush the rotten water.
All
I will
right.
help you where I can. But you must be swift, my little friend.
Hey, Mercado, thank you for the 26 months. Appreciate it. Looks like we are missing some kind of a fuse. Is this it? I don't know. I don't know if this is it. Let me see. Aha! Nice. Alright, that is blocked. There's another one right here. Maybe it's worth carrying around. I don't know. Okay, I don't even know what that was that I just lowered, but okay. All right, let me take a look around here over in the spot and just see if I maybe missed something. So there's like a path that seems to possibly get down there, but I don't really know. All right, so I don't quite know. Let me see what this is real quick. I don't quite know what I'm looking at, so I probably should look and see what it is. It looks like a lift of some sort that I can maybe climb. I'm gonna just keep it lowered for now, but I need to figure out how to get down there first. As of right now, I don't even know how to get down there, so gonna have to look around again and see if maybe there's a way down. Because that door is blocked. I can't get through that way. Alright, this looks to be it right here.
Bandaged feet and eyes. Small bones in the orchard. I have carried this world on my back with its legs about me. Damn this wretched soul. I am given birth to nothing but machinery.
Looks like there was a gate there of some kind. Alright, so this... Oh, gotta be careful. It looks like this is easy to fall through if you're not careful. I see that lever there, but I don't quite know what that does yet. Oh, I see. So this rolls a barrel down, I bet. Yeah. That's why you want to lower that, I think. That way you can climb up. Yep. Alright, we're getting it. We're figuring it out. Doesn't really look like there's much of anything else over here, but I bet that gate got opened. Yep. Alright, so that is closed still, but we can go up this way. Ow. God damn. Alright. Yo. Kai, thank you for the 36 months. Von Reichenbach writes of the Odic force, whilst that ignorant charlatan Blavatsky pontificated upon the soul. They are both cretins. To think one could strive for such great heights without wading first through puke and innard, without standing upon an architecture of bones. Montezuma was the wiser, but here in our temples of steel I have witnessed the severed head of a man, recently trampled to death by a runaway carriage, immersed in a solution of the Brennenburg compound. Open his eyes and cry, "Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where is my body? We are breaking through the barriers of death itself. Oh, my dead darling Lily, it is too late for you, but I promise you this, I will save our children from death, and if need be, I will wrench them back from the blackness with this wonderful concoction." Need to power that machine here. Have I done much in Dragonflight? Yeah, I'd say so. I'm pretty much ready for the PvP season at this point, so.
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
I'm sitting on like a 380 eye level or somewhere close to there. I've gotten really lucky with my world quest drops the last few days. This looks exactly like the place I was in earlier, but I don't know if it is.
Hold still, for God's sake, hold still, child. Don't let it get into your eyes. I'm gonna rinse it out now. There. It will be fine. You just need to lie down. Enoch, look to your brother. How many times have I told you not to play in the cellar?
I told you he'd come.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. And you built it all? You got man. You have built it.
It is wonderful how tragedy focuses the mind. What else was I to do? Fall into grief, pine, and fade in my hopelessness? Why not then simply die in that jungle amongst those dead temples?
Alright, let's see. Pressure gauge. Yeah, sure. Working on your Demon Hunter today, nice. I'm just focused on my Death Knight, honestly. I know leveling is like very trivial in Dragonflight. I actually really like how underwhelming it is. Like, you'd think like underwhelming as a whole, just like it sounds bad, but I actually think it's like underwhelming for like all of the right reasons. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of water, a pinch of salt, a handful of mints, a bay leaf, an herb, skeleton key for the nursery, and a mixing will go together. This game is a lot more linear than Dark Descent as well. I will say there's no enemies yet, though. Like, I have not encountered a single enemy yet.
I have such visions to share with thee. If my jaw be unshackled, and you harvest the crust from my eyes.
Leveling was put into renown. So even casual players can do endgame instantly. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean they do funnel you a little bit on your first character, but once you unlock adventure mode, it seems like, you know, it's already pretty open, but you know, you continue to get more options as time goes on and you level up that first character. What if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brute were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own god? I've seen these things, and I will tell you now, no. No, they will not. But they will happily accept fealty to a god thrust upon them, and worship it thus given. In this I realize they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. Once this irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we cut the man. In order to cross that great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. Let me go in here first. In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me, this seems folly, but perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted into the very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talked of this. They talked of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What palaces lie buried beneath us? We are digging, excavating, and reappropriating what we find. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me, there is a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. Well, that's gross. Got enough dentures there, bud? Booba. Monka TOS. Look away. Okay. Some very disturbing old imagery there. October 11th. We integrated the very latest knowledge of chemistry using low levels of laudanum derivative in feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from the holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits, and we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the lines means we can use music to further soothe the product. We find Debussy particularly effective in this regard. Fueling pumps. Volatile chemicals are in use. Highly corrosive. Wear protection. Ugh. Gross. Probably needs some kind of chemical. Or some kind of bottle or something to hold said chemical. Alright, so this is out on the street where the thing was before. I'll go out there in a minute. I feel like there might be more to this area that I haven't quite checked out yet. Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might think like a man, as if this is to be desired. One might almost boast of creating a man who breeds like a pig, men and women upon all fours, rutting, carelessly ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets. Okay, alleys and gutters running freely with the careless spill of their conjoinings, the air thick with the whimperings of lust, bodies streaked with their own emissions. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased he will spray his seed over passers-by, and yet this is the condition Babbage aspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornicate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage as I reject these men of government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. Okay, yes, I think we can go outside now. Wow, the moon looks real damn close. This is a whole other world we live in where the moon is that fucking close to Earth, man. They ought to get some pretty nasty tides up in here, dude. I do like that you actually get to, like, go outside in this game compared to Dark Descent.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
Okay, so we could slide into this building here.
I should have raided you years ago, Chris.
Yo, Kendrick, thank you for the raid, dude. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you had a good stream. But to the friends just coming in, my name is Hazeblade. I'm a horror streamer for the most part. Doing some variety content in the horror genre at the moment. Just kind of killing time until Dead Space remake comes out next month. So, welcome in. We're playing Amnesia, a machine for pigs. We're a chunk of the way into the game, but we're still relatively early. This game is not that long, though. Highly corrosive and flammable. Well, okay, if you say so. I bet that needs to go into that contraption from earlier. Flood breach, emergency shutdown in place. Okay. Can I hit the button? No, it doesn't let me go down the dumbwaiter. Oh well. It looked fun. This thing doesn't appear to be working. Let me see. This I'm willing to bet goes to that machine back to over here. Actually, hold on. What is this? Aha. Here we go. Hey. Hold on. Let's read this. Blazers are supposed to meet these damn schedules if even the basic equipment we are provided with simply will not perform its designated function. These cursed newfangled trucks will only run a fraction of the distance my old nag managed before running out of stinking gas. Gaffer says it's fine, there's plenty of pumps to refill them in, outside the factory walls, but you end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it. And the one in the storeroom is empty again. I can't be turning that crank handle all day only to find the tank is empty. Well, sod, it says enough for a night, and to my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the bleeding graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Damson Templar for a jar. If you say so. This has got to go in here somehow, but I got to figure out how it's supposed to go in. I think I'm supposed to put it in a certain way. Hello? Go in the thing, dude. All right, hold on. This has got to be it. Unless I'm fucking crazy. Oh, hold on. I might need to do that first. There we go. Yeah, the physics in this are really jank. Hello? Can I, like, climb up in this thing yet? No? Alright. Maybe I need to find gas? Because it said he needed gas. Alright, I have an idea. I think maybe this is like the actual like gas can, and maybe I need to like go into this like thing over here and fill it up. Yeah, that's what I thought. Come on. Come on. I'm leaving, dude. I'm not leaving to find out what that is. Or I'm not sticking around to find out what that is. Maybe this will just snap into place now. Yeah, okay. Cool.
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
No!
Of course.
Oh, never mind. I guess Daddy says yes, we can take it home. I have some questions about the level design here. Like, this is supposed to be like the street of a city, but like, how the hell did the truck get through here? Because that's a wall right there, and there was no way in from back there. There's no gate or anything. I will say that the level design is a bit trippy, but I do like the environment as a whole. Like, I think they've did a much better job with this one than the last. Livestock and Bibles. Lily dancing on the table, her eyes aflame. This love burnt into his heart scarred from the heat of this love, of his love dancing. Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting their light to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremiah, I thought he could be trusted with the secret, but he is like all the others. So the old priest has gone to the holding pens with his flock. Says he will enter into our world with them, a shepherd indeed. Get out of here. Alright, so yeah, it just kind of comes back this way, and my options are this way, up the stairs, or this way, up the stairs. Okay, yeah, we have many options, yes, involving stairs. Well, sheesh. No, you can wait.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lame hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
There's a little symmetry here. They flock to us now, where once I had to walk amongst them to bring salvation into their lives. Now, drawn by warmth in winter, by the food that Mandus distributes, my church is full and my charges are saved. He walks among them and they almost worship him. He will not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workforce are specially trained for the new machinery he uses, and that it would be irresponsible, nay, unethical, to risk such precious lives as he sees here. A man changed since Mexico. It is to be praised that in the face of such appalling tragedy, and from the confines of his sickbed, as he is often chained to, he conducts one of the greatest and most benevolent charities in all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant food produce business in the land, he distributes his goodwill, his fares to the poor, and they congregate about his kingdom in gratitude. Alright, so there's two different entrances here, I guess. Yeah, because that's not creepy. Just out of curiosity, are there any files or anything on the church pew here? Genuinely curious. It doesn't look like it. That's locked. Ooh. Alright, so that's stuck. There's gotta be... It looks like there's a candle missing or something. I gotta see if I can't find where that candle might be. It's probably just gonna be like sitting on the floor somewhere. Because it would appear that there's supposed to be another one that goes there. Fuck is that? A teddy bear? Okay. Maybe in the storage room here? Ha! Yeah, we got this, boys. We got this. Oh. Well, hello. Guess we're going this way. Secret entrance below the church. Do not startle or upset the acquisitions.
Listen, Papa. Hold the egg to your ear. You can hear the sea.
Daddy? Final thoughts. What exhumation is this? What rotten fruit? What bestitching of parts? I doubt I will ever be found, yet I leave you this scrawled in the Malodorous half-light, whilst my tormentor shuffles below, my fellow prisoners keen and squeal in the gloam, and where I wait for the knocking upon my cage that signifies it is finally my turn to make that dark journey into the interior. Nah, let you chill in there for a little bit. Looks like the only way through is going down the stairs here. Oh shit! It's a naughty looking pig, dude. Alright, so I can go back this way. Oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna go this way for a second. I want to make sure I cover my bases here for when... Actually, it looks like that just like loops. No, maybe I went the wrong way. Hold on. Yeah, it's just like a loop. Okay. Never mind. I didn't even notice that. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm so fucked. No! Run! About time we encounter a fucking enemy, dude. Get out of there, dude. And so to the stoking. The workers sing as they work. They sing as they eat. They sing as they make toilet. They're always singing. If you place your ear to the ground, you can hear them still. Achievement unlocked. The throat. Entered the factory. It's an evil pig. Alright, so that's just locked anyway. I'm gonna close that because I don't want to get distracted by it later. Alright, it looks like some kind of thing here. Whoa, that's a big factory. Oh, shit. This place is huge.
Water in his shoes. Always the water, and the sparks of the embers of the wheels. It's too bony! It's too damn bony!
Mandus. Meal Processing Factory. Wanted to just take another quick peek out here. Okay. Seems like you're just going straight into the building.
These men, Professor, these so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit. These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government. They make pigs of us all.
But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these unfortunates. In the workhouses, in the orphanages, the belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find.
To wait. We can bring forth paradise now. We can speed the passion. With only a small sacrifice, we can hold the apocalypse. With just a small sacrifice, we can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
Yeah, right now. It's a big ass fucking factory. Alright, so I can go down the stairs or I can go up the stairs. Let's start by going up the stairs. I reckon, like he said, that we have to go below, so presumably that's going to mean that I have to do other things in order to get below.
Hear me, Mandus. I am compromised. Our contacts must be brief and occasional. Beware the wretches who populate this compound. The way you seek is under the pistons. When you meet the saboteur, you will understand everything.
Okay. Okay. If you say so. Each compartment is ergonomically designed with a feed trough at one end, so the product naturally settles into a position ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We use a natural static charge built up by the friction of the carts against the belt to build an electrical charge, which is contained within glass vacuum canisters at the sides of the stunning arm mechanisms and delivered along the stern arms via copper cabling. We have observed that the artificial lighting contained within these canisters seems to calm the product further. Post-stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, the physics of which tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly onto the hook of the bleeding line. This hook passes normally through the haunch or thigh of the product, and from this point we dispense with the belt and instead instigate a channeled floor which creates a funnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and run to the fluid collection tanks. Okay. That just looks like a sort of the back door to this place. Yeah, Miss Kate. I mean, I thought the movie was okay. There were some nice little touches like that that I thought were well placed. All right, that's one. We have two, which seems to be missing coal at all. Okay, there's never mind. There's coal, but it's not started yet. Maybe we can light that up real easily. Yep. Okay. Piston control room. Stop. Are your furnaces fueled? Nope. Answer appears to be no. We need number 3 to be fueled up first. Here's number 3. Alright, now we got some fuel in there, dog. Five appears to be fueled up. 6 does not appear to be fueled up. Alright, we're working our way down. By the way, is there a manual save option? Just save and exit. Okay. Ah, shit. I don't think he saw me. Product now moves into the bleeding. A system of spring-loaded blades are arranged here. Tension is built via a series of springs that run along the bleeding line. using the momentum of the product itself to build up the energy for the action ahead. The blades are released at a point of optimum tension as the product passes them. Combination of the speed of release and the sudden stop against the rubber buffers at the side of the line sets the blade spinning rapidly enough to cut the throat of the product. It's a clean, sympathetic, and efficient process. The product then continues along the line, and the natural bleeding process is allowed time to occur. The blood collecting in the angled basin at the foot of the line. Secondary spring blades are positioned at 2 further points along the line. Should the mid-level rubber buffers continue to be manipulated in the form of a semi-blood product thrashing or twitching, these movements automatically form the basis of the spring energy required to send the next bleeding blade into activity. Ah, shit. Run away. Yeah, that's the way to go. Yeah, just, you know. Wonder how far down this channel goes. That's locked. That's also locked. Doesn't look like there's anything over there. I don't think I can just like climb up these channels. Maybe I can. There's nothing here though, as far as I can tell. I think this is the way that I came in from. Pretty sure. Yes. Okay. Crate arrives this morning, had it delivered directly to the workshop. The body is remarkably preserved, although there is a subtle yet nauseating stench of damp and rot. It is humanoid in shape, but has suffered severe skeletal deformity. Remnants of leather straps encase the torso, which is deformed with evidence of substantial muscle mass and displacement. Difficult to ascertain whether this unfortunate is the recipient of some barbarous surgery or born deformed in an attempt to force its gnarled body into some semblance of humanity was made. What he is, I cannot tell, but I smell the orb upon him and suspect my great uncle's presence is his curious condition. So it can be done. We can reshape the body into a tool, accelerate the process of Mr. Darwin's evolution, but here my great uncle and I part company. He chose men as the subjects of his experiments, but men are difficult to control and rotten with sentimentality. No, we require a new creature for our chattels. Loyal, clever, strong, easily sated. This seems to be like the different areas, like the factory, and then you have the machinery below the factory. And we're just going to keep going down into the bowels. Now, what I find strange, though, was I did not see any path that I was to follow here, so I don't know. Maybe I missed something? I don't know. Let me run back over here real quick and see. Doesn't appear to be anything over here. Nothing over here. Okay, well, all these doors are locked, so I don't know what to fucking tell you, bud. Maybe I could ride the dumbwaiter? Let me see. There we go. There we go. In the nest of eggs, just cradled in his sweating hands, it sucks the fever loose from his body. He dreams of birds far above in the jungle canopy. A jaguar coughing at the dawn. Oh shit! Spamming dungeons on your breaks at work. Nice. Very nice. I wish I could play more, but unfortunately, Dragonflight is not at the top of my list of priorities right now.
Quickly, Mantis, find the entrance nearby. The children weep in the darkness, and the floodwaters continue to rise.
Okay. Whatever you say. In order to facilitate assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required or the cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate and using incineration or we risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant. A simple compound of 1 part Brenningberg infusion to 1 part organ monad disperal fluid is sufficient. This can then be administered intravenously. 2 subjects following reassembly to maintain bonding. Compound is unstable and highly light reactive once in the body. The Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body is highly corrosive. Can even destroy small quantities of metal. Locked door. We probably need to make that compound to melt the lock, would be my guess. So let's go make it. Doesn't look like there's anything over there. Alright, we'll start by going this way, but I did see another area that I could have gone. I'm sure one piece will be on each side. These guys look like gnolls from World of Warcraft, dude. Just in a much more horrific form. It's kind of funny, not gonna lie. Took delivery of another batch of imbeciles today. They're sorriest specimens of humanity I've ever seen. No one asks where they go to. The authorities of Bedlam are simply happy to reduce the overcrowding in their teeming, stinking halls. We measure their skulls, check their teeth. We give laudanum to pacify them. They wait in line livestock. Dull brown eyes and filthy skin. Many soil themselves as they wait. Into the manipulator they file in silence. I hear the hissing of gas. I hear the dull groaning as teeth are removed, as bones are reset. I hear the pigs screaming. We have removed all the mirrors After the process, it is their reflections that trouble them the most. Afterwards, when they sleep, I walk amongst them. My children, I whisper to their dreams. You are my children now. I have children once again, and your forms imperfect will be the engines to make my own blood flow again. They're torturing these fucking pigs, y'all. I don't think PETA would approve of what is being done.
Over there, place it in the corner. What? You think I speak Prussian? Do I look like an inbred hog, sir? Who gives a damn what it contains? Just set it down carefully and leave me be.
Well, gosh, you don't gotta be a douche wagon, man. Come on, y'all. Run!
The lift has been sabotaged. You will have to find another way to the tunnel. Take care in this place, Mandus. It is the crucible of the evil that stalks these corridors.
Okay, if you say so. Where you going, you little shit? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That might be my son. I don't know. Ow. Is this a shortcut maybe? Takes me back. Yeah, okay. Oop. Whoa. Whoa. Hello? Oh, that's trippy, dude. That's fucking trippy, dog. Okay. I like went through a door and then there was no door. So now I'm lost because I have no fucking clue where I am. Alright, wait, so this... Gosh, okay, so this is that, like, central chamber again. That's the way I went in. Let's go this way.
It fell onto his hands.
I haven't been this way yet.
In front of me. To stumps. To stumps. Next time we will use an equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, no, just take him out. You can dump him in the river for all I care.
Low temperature storage. Alright, that's the way I came from. Inflamed it is, burning it does, bleeding from each hole, fore and aft, leaking down my legs. Blood and excrement, my lungs are in my vomit. I pass clots of my organs now onto the filthy stone. Drink this, he says, and I did drink it. I did do that because of the changes. They ripple inner me. My teeth sneeze out and scatter like mice in the dark. I cannot find them all. Gathered what I can, pushed them back into my gray gums with my fingers, but the nails are all weepy and falling out. Drink it, he says. It'll help the running of the fever, because not us all can take the change on the other table, a beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under the blanket, and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can a man shit so much blood and still live? Damn, dude. This man has a way with words. Yeah, no shit. Oh, fuck. He's coming. Alright, I pulled the lever on the thing, but I don't know which way that came out. So I figured it would be here, but maybe not. Let me double check this. This seems a little fucking weird. That is very strange. I guess that's what this is then. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now it looks like there's 3 different compounds here that I'm supposed to get. The other ones have got to be back over. Which one was this? Holding pens? Yeah, okay. There's got to be 2 other compounds somewhere out here that I missed. There was a dude that I was running away from over here. I didn't really get a chance to actually, like, look around over here. Because he showed up and then I fucking lost all sense of direction. Hold on. I don't remember which way I went through. That's right, because then I ended up coming out and there was, like, wasn't a way back. I'm not seeing anything in particular that's like... Oh, I see. So I'm supposed to take one of these, I guess, and then send it through the chute. Okay, that makes sense. And then... when we jump down this way, I guess that sends it through? Yeah. The fuck is that? Alright, so... Alright, we're getting a little bit of a mixture here. Okay. And I think there was a... There's a thing somewhere that I had to... Yeah. That's it. Oh, here we go. Melt that shit.
Down here, Daddy. Faster, faster.
I'm coming. Don't you worry. Ow. This leaking world. The bottle of gin was empty. Sleep seemed impossible. Above the skyline of London, he could only see the temple rising into the smog. Naturally, once bled, the product must be scalded, de-haired, and scraped ready for the gambling and evisceration. For this, we pass them through the steam reservoir, which is kept at a constant temperature by passing excess high-pressure venting from the engines via the boiler and series of large copper pipes into a stone chamber just below the workhouse. At the center of the machine, there's a component that must be kept at a consistently low temperature, which controls operations of the processing of product throughput throughout the system. Along this, refrigeration is of the utmost importance in retaining product quality, and this also requires heat to be removed from certain areas of the machine. The problems are therefore combined into a single solution: the removal of heat from some areas and the requirements for increased heat in others. Conducting panels draw heat using the principles of convection regulated by the boiler and sending freezing air along one set of pipes in one direction and superheated vapors in another. This is starting to sound like a fucking airplane, dude.
Isn't it dangerous allowing this filthy discharge to collect so close to the core?
We can use the flow to drive the turbines. There will always be a torrent of excreta flooding through these tunnels. We can use this to supplement the steam production and ensure constancy.
God, the stench! This fecal matter is the true product of the age.
Gross. It's a bunch of poo-poo. Sluice, gate 1. Okay. Just taking a quick look around here, Chief. Trying to see if there's anything. Alright, yeah, so that's the sluice. We have mounds of shit piling up. Probably smells very bad in here. Let's go to the right for starters. I do not like what I'm seeing in there, dog. Several of the older forms have breached their containment area and escaped into the sewers. They remind me of my limitations. This is no Chelm, and I am no Eliyahu. At least not quite yet. It's a heat generator from keeping the doorway between open that is to blame. We cannot simply pack them about with coolant as we do at the center where the doorway is. The later versions are kept safe by the freezing temperature of these towers. Up here, where the air is hot and fetid, they become overheated and their duality tears them asunder as the other place flies from their cells and their vitae splinters. They live sporadically, torn from one world to the other and back again in violent, unpredictable bursts. For a few seconds, they are creatures of this world, then they are torn away and cease to have physical form. This vicious ripping back and forth between worlds has driven them quite insane. I have ordered the affected areas sealed and will not allow my loyal workers to enter. These are damned places now. The abode of failed experiments, ghosts of fear and spite. Going as fast as I can, dude. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go this way now, I think. Maybe not. I don't think it lets me go that way. Here we go. Sluice Gate 1. I think what they want me to do is cross over this way.
But we can save them. We can set them free. We can replace a rotten old world with a clean new one. Mr. Landis, you sound every bit the fanatic. Well, how can I be otherwise, Professor? How can any man of ethics simply stand by and watch this world drown in its own excrement? And your engineer, this visionary with whom you embarked upon this course, does he share your views? Indeed he does. Indeed he does. The poor fellow has seen it all before. Now, this is not the first great civilization he has wept for. And so you set about things immediately upon your return? Naturally. These things cannot be left to rot upon the tree. And sponsors were remarkably easy to find. I tell you, Professor, a trail of greed brings rich men to your door like pigs to troubles.
And I said, look, my darlings, can you see it? And they said, yes, Daddy, yes, we see it. A tall, weathered cap of a steep-sided pyramid. So like those of Egypt. Stone falling away from the summit, vines crawling about, intertwining the stucco serpents that thrive about the steps. A palpable sense of stillness, a weight of forgotten. And this here is where the king sat, and this is where the priest lived. This is the house of the dead. And here where the sun strikes, this is where they threw the hearts that were not consumed. No, my darlings, they most certainly were not savages. You see, they believed that the sky could fall on their heads, and they truly, truly believed that offering blood was the only way of stopping this from happening. Perhaps, my darling, perhaps they were mistaken altogether, or perhaps their tragedy was they could not simply spill blood enough to prevent the sky from falling in upon them. Yo, they're having dinner down there, dude. Sheesh.
All right.
Yo, Waylon, thank you for the 49, dude. Oh, hey, buddy. Yo, he looks like a fucking gnoll, man. I'm telling you. He does. Missed last month, 4 years? Heck yeah, dude. Not for real, dude. I do appreciate the long-term support, my dude. This just looks like a... Oh! Aw, poor little guy. It's really tragic that these pigs are, like... subjected to so much suffering. Pretty sure if I don't actually climb down the ladder here, I'll probably die to fall damage. So let's not do that. I went right last time. Let's go left. Okay. Left doesn't seem to be much of an option. What about right? Oh, well. Okay, so maybe... Ow! That didn't feel good. Alright, what the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck is going on? Oh, here we go. We can drop down this way. That's one way to do it, I guess. Kind of hard to say what direction to take, but I'm sure they converge, so. Yeah, I bet that's exactly what this is here. What makes the pigs man-like? Are they blended with human DNA, a result of constant phasing in and out, as mentioned earlier? Well, I mean, this machine is like... It reminds me of like a slaughterhouse, sort of. He placed his head in the vise and spun the wheel until the skull cracked and the thoughts leaked onto his shoes. It relieved the pressure for a while, but it soon returned. The gut entered the bilge. It seems like whatever they're doing is like causing them to become like sentient. And there was one of the files talked about the orb, and I think that's the same orb from the first game. And it's like temporal power or something of that nature.
I saw starvation and disease, rot and destruction polluting the waters of the Empire. We are ruiners, you and I, and all of us, and we make the world unclean.
And you took it upon yourself to act as Redeemer.
Professor, I would not be so presumptuous. I am merely a conduit.
I said you'd come.
Yeah, like in the first game, they wanted to use the orb to like
The trickle to still waters. I dragged myself deeper into the temple.
like give birth to a deity or some crazy shit.
Towards a wind that held the voices of my children, beckoning me to set them free.
But the orb itself, if I remember right, it has like temporal power. It like sort of transcends time and space, as it were. So I'd be willing to bet that dumping that kind of power into something like a pig probably mutates it in some form. Alright, so this is the other side of that walkway that I was on earlier. Seems like they're trying to, like, subject the pigs to trauma beforehand, though, so that's where it gets really disturbing, is, like, you know, they're not just, Ow. That was close. This looks like the other side of that spot, so I think we're okay here. Let me, before I go up those stairs, let me check this real quick. Really don't want to go down there. Alright, well, at least there's a ladder. That's good. Ow! I fell. That wasn't very nice. Ah, I think I understand. Okay. I got it. That was kind of annoying. This area seems kind of like just like a waste of time. I don't see anything worthwhile in here. Not saying it won't be useful later, but I didn't see anything particularly interesting over here. Okay. Some kind of a cog. Doesn't seem to be complete yet. There we go. Maybe now? Yeah, there we go. That's it. Alright, machine is working. Literally no idea where that is supposed to take me yet, but let's take a look over here and see if anything's opened up over here worthwhile. No. I'm assuming that I should not go in the direction of the steam. That's probably hot. Probably shouldn't touch it, so I think my only real option here is going down this ladder again and seeing if maybe... It looks like the water level has gone down. Yeah. Definitely. This puzzle's literally the same every time to like get this thing to run. You hit that switch, turn the valve, hit the other switch, turn this valve, and then pull this back. Same thing every time. The children dancing. They pulled the child loose from the thresher, or at least what was left. More where that came from, said the foreman, apologizing for the inconvenience. Curled into my bunk, all sick and sweat-ridden. They clean my room about me, but I can only hear the voice from within the gentlest of stones. It sings to me, and I dream of a great machine. We will build a new world from the ruins of the old. We will plant flowers in the rotten rib cage and let them grow to hold the sky from falling. I remember how it whispered to me as we rolled sick and heaving, and I remember when we pulled into Southampton and we both wept, for it was every bit as much of a desecration as had been sung to me. And then we came to London, and I sat upon the mantelpiece and went into the house and gathered the servants and set on recrafting them. Then I went to the garden and buried those tiny shattered skulls under the weeping bulges of the rhododendrons. Okay. Sure, whatever you say, dog. Stop. No unauthorized persons by order of management. Shit, I feel like if you've gotten down this far unauthorized, man, like, we're a little deep, dog. We are a little bit deep.
And who came then to London, and you set me upon a mantelpiece, and then you went into the house and gathered the servants, and reset you and I on recrafting them, and then you went into the garden and buried those tiny shattered skulls alone. For your children, Mandus, to spare them the world you have created. For us all.
The machine. This is the machine, you guys. There's no other way that they'd make the music this epic unless we were staring at the machine itself right here, dude. God damn, dude. Alright, this is probably...
God, dear Christ, what is this place?
Rod control room, okay.
And they feel no pain. The process is completely humane.
Humane, Professor? That we judge the acceptable level of suffering by the human condition? Ask the beggar, Professor. Ask the orphan. Ask the whore. Ask the starving, Professor. The weak, the sick, the filthy. Ask them to define your humane.
I am not entirely sure. Let's see. So this is seemingly 1 through 9. If I'm looking at this number, it looks like 1, 6, 7, and 8 do not have their things filled in. 1, 6, 7, and 8. I don't know if that's significant anywhere, but I would assume it has to be if they're taking me down here to open that port. I think that was it, but... Sure. Okay. Let's go left first.
Quickly, the air is thin. Their little faces turn blue, Magnus. They suffocate.
Green or red? Hold on a second. Let me save and exit. I don't know if there's a decision here. I'm not sure. But we'll continue. Okay.
Now, Magnus, set them free. Set them all free.
This feels like a trap.
I live. I breathe again. I rise. I will rise to bleach the sky and still the water. I will spin the world wheel and set the future upon the path to redemption.
Where are my children? You promised me my children!
My time is come. More pig. More pig.
More pig. Boys.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Gross. Manda, Saboteur. There are feats of engineering contained herein that would make even those clever fellows at the Institute reel with envy. Oh, sheesh. Daddy.
And, emerging, I raised my head to an uncaring sun, and I cursed this world of pain and despair. This civilization built on the ricketed bones of the unfortunate, on the greed and swell of mammon and empire. Cradling a stone egg in my jacket, I kissed my children farewell, and I crawled my way home.
Boys. Can a man construct himself anew? Can a man, on realizing who he is, on what he has become, tear himself apart down to the bricks and begin again? Are our souls just this, tiny cogwheels and clockwork and intricate machines to serve a function that, upon reflection, we might set to a new task? Can a man, defined by his actions, defined by that which he now finds aberrant, set to sabotaging this body, his machine, until those children of his soul turn in new motion, and he may awake to a new sun, a new year, a new century with hope in his heart? As I reach my hands to the exposed wires, I ask myself this: is redemption possible for such a creature as I? And if not, then surely better to die amongst my creations than to continue to live as a monster.
Where are they? Where are my children?
Why do you ask, Mandus? You know the answer well enough.
Children really are the most wonderful, useful creatures. The unfortunates from the orphanage have proved indispensable in cleaning the larger steam pipes. It appears that matter from the slaughtering process may indeed vaporize at source, but drifts like dust through the air and lodges in the pipes, causing them to foul. Periodically, we shut the pressure down and send one of our pixies into the pipes to scrub the reconstituted fat away. Armed with just a shortened broom, our little explorers venture into the dark. Of course, we can only keep pressure down for a short period, so they must be fast, or they risk being trapped and boiled by the superheated vapors when they rush back into the system. Then we will be sending their comrades in afterwards to scrape free the cooling mess. The survivors tell me you can reach all manner of places within the complex through the pipes. I smile, tell them I am so proud, and then feed them to the pigs. God damn, dude. Guess we're fucking dismantling the machine, dude.
What are you doing, little piggy? Do you think I will allow you to sabotage me again?
I want my children, you unholy bastard!
Give me my kids. We're gonna break shit.
Will it hurt them?
A cleansing fire always burns, little Mandus, but it purifies and it makes anew. Did it hurt to carve out the fevered flesh? Did it hurt to cut free the gangrenous foot? Ask instead this. Can we save them?
When did I say that? That is not me. That is not me.
God, motion blur, stop. This is like the worst part of the game, dude, is the motion blur. It's really fucking bad. There's a spoon of medicine, I says, and it's a silver spoon. What you did get born holding, ever so painful for a mummy dear, but grasped so hard it was in a little screaming red fist. Later you used your spoon to dig a hole in the garden to get all the way to Mexico, and then you did eat worms with your spoon on the way to stay fat. The spoon was the same you gave your twins, then used it to dig a hole to their clockwork souls, and you ate up their hearts like soup on the way to keep you fat. Fat little mole, where will you dig next, I asks. You and your little silver spoon made it from the silver spine of your children and wrapped in the hair of your dearly departed. Dear sweet Jesus, my darling Lilibeth, what am I become? I gotta find this other one here to... Looks like the path is open over here now. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's pissed. Oh, they're all pissed. I don't know if this is the way I'm supposed to go, but I'm going. I'm going, dude. Ow. That ain't the right way. Sheesh. Ow.
This is your doom, Landis. This is what you dreamt into being.
I will stop you. I will save them.
You are too late. It begins. My work has begun. Kill them, my piggies. Kill them all.
Anything to save them. You profit my viscera. We make you escape forever. You slit the throat, bleed out the pig, and release into the curdle. That you set your species free. Something tells me is the streets are going to be a little fucked when we get out. I think we just started the apocalypse. No soliciting, no hawking, no begging.
Oh God, no, what have I done?
I do want to remember, silence and hard work are the roads to heaven. Why is there a naked dude just like in the middle of the road? All right.
No! This is not what I meant! This is not what I meant at all!
No one misses the poor. Round up some orphans and the world will thank you for it. Disappear a whore and a gentleman applauds you. Call a beggar and a lady walks safely again. I hate them. I hate them more than any of the others. This privilege, this pretension, these so-called leaders, these pillars of society, these rich and fanciful. They wear their filth on the inside, but they are no less dirty. I have plans for them all. We will feed them and then we will feed from them. Burner Street.
Redeem yourselves. Redemption is at hand. Enter the cleansing and set your souls free. For you are born into filth and will die as pigs. Only through my redemption can you ascend to the skies and claim the heavens as your kingdom. Fall on your knees. Ashes, ashes, bones and ashes. For the pile will reach critical, and we can have such a burning that this city will shine as a beacon of redemption for the world.
Alright, there's a hatch down this way. Damn, they're ravaging the streets of London, dude. God damn. That's locked. But there's a note. We have set aside an entire wing of the mansion for their parties. We invite them from near and far, and we guzzle them with fine wine and the finest cuts in all of London. My God, Mandus. But these chops are rather divine. Who is your butcher? Feed them up, for the wine and the grains will also lend a character to the product. Keep the flesh relaxed. Opium in the champagne and gravy. A hog roast every night for the Duke and the Duchess. An actress battered and sliced. An artisan in every mouthful. An importer of fine teas stewed in his own leaves. They bicker and breed under the table, by the fireplace, on the carpet stained with wine and fat, whilst long dead nobles of deformed grace and cold stare. Watch them from gilded frames along the crooked walls. We'll hose it down later as we shovel them into our machine. What is that? Oh. I got bamboozled into starting up the machine, dude. I stand and look at myself in the mirror, penis in hand, and my reflection grins at me, and his mouth is full of the sulfur mustards. Vain fool, he sneers, are you really so very different? Do you genuinely believe your works of evil are any greater than the rest of them? You are simply a weak man, a product of his age, the same as any other. This is empire, cretin. This is the killing idiocy, the natural result of the social Darwinism. If you're evil, then this world is evil. You just let the blood run in the street rather than hiding it in the poorhouse. You hold the blade and slide it home yourself. You do not pay a man to do this for you where you cannot see it. If you are evil, at least yours is an honest evil, and that alone makes you Ubermensch. And thus, I wash my hands and take to bed. Penis in hand. Penis in hand, notably. Tell you what, this is a pretty big departure from the first game in terms of like having you out on the streets and stuff. Like this game is a lot less isolated, but I actually really like that about this game in comparison to The Dark Descent. Oh, hello, goodbye. Where are my cods? Oh, I guess we're going back down. Yeah, we better get off the streets, dude. Farming the world. I saw the detritus of this so-called progress. I saw starvation and disease. I saw rubbish floating in the harbor. We are ruiners, all of us, and we make the world unclean. It didn't take us long to get all the way back up to the streets from the fucking core of the earth and the fucking thing. Here comes the map showing us where we're at. The Iron Butler. Before I go in there, I'm gonna check up here real quick and see if there's anything. Probably just a file. The spark plug. Compound, no naked flames. There's a piggy in there. I don't quite know what I'm supposed to be doing with that just yet, but okay. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in here because I feel like this.
Will they be free? Yes, my friend. Drained and bled and freed from the prison of the flesh.
So I got three
Free to
options.
ascend as smoke to the stars.
And the good. The word. How will we save them?
Show me these worthy, Mandus. Show me these good. I do not see them.
Alright, so that's the one way. What about over here? What's this? Alright, we can go up. Alright, so we can go down that way. Let me check this other path here. Okay. So that's the only option then, really. I don't see anything like worthwhile over here. This just seems like a giant waste of time. Let's see what the journal says, just out of curiosity. Let's see. No. Alright, hold on. Let me go back up this way. There was the one path that I had with that where that light was. It's just a little bit confusing because it's not really clear what I need to do over here. So I'm gonna head back over there. There was that one spot I could drop down. It didn't exactly look safe, but I gotta do something. And that right now looks to be the only path where I can possibly do anything. So really? Am I dead? Did I die? I don't know if that technically meant that I died, or I don't know what happened. It's weird. Wondering if maybe that changes anything over here? I don't know. I'll take a look. Gotta be something I'm missing. Liquid death. Okay. It says flood the machine. I literally don't see... Ah, I see, okay. Got it. I don't know why this ladder's even here, but okay. Whatever. Okay. Maybe this side is good now. Maybe this is the proper path at this point. Maybe not. Nice. Coolant pumps. Spark plug. Oh, am I supposed to just fuck with it all now? Okay. Oh yeah, we're really fucking it up now. Ow. Okay.
I know you, machine. I know what you fear. I will rain excrement into your very soul. I will destroy you.
You are too late, Manders. My great works are almost begun.
And waste not, want not, for here the assorted slop and innards are sifted and sorted and enter the world through more channels and means than one could possibly conceive. The product passes by this section of the engine and is driven through the blade, splitting it into two sections ready for the butcher's block. And in the interim, it is kept in our freezer bays under the house, and the heat produced naturally by refrigeration feeds into the pipes and crannies of these rooms, and is the very reason, my dear friend, that we can sit here in shirts and waistcoats but no jackets on a freezing winter's night without a fire in the grate and discuss our great enterprise. The warmth in our bellies and toes may be attributed directly to those bellies and toes even now passing through the steam, fire, and blade beneath our feet. Walking away from those temples, that small pile of stones under the rhododendrons. The skulls of innocents under the loose clod, headless rib cages in the cool stone behind the altars, 3,000 miles apart. I trace back my life to this instance, rain channels eroded in ancient stone. The toxins are already in this damp, this falling water. I hack and retch and vomit into the sink and grasp the bowl with both hands and stare. There in the plug hole, as clear as day, a toy spine, clockwork and intricate. Like a child's spine, but clockwork. How could that be? How could a child's spine be made like clockwork? I washed it carefully and placed it on the mantelpiece. By the egg I laid myself under the garden where the children's skulls are buried. I call it my Mexico. No, this is not DLC. It's the main game of Amnesia, Machine for Pigs.
I am here again, at the foot of those stairs, towards the red light of the nursery, sunset in the window like a bleeding sky, the horizon a slit throat, the seeping dark to drain the guilt from us. I am the jaguar-faced man. I am the feathered serpent. This priesthood is mine.
I can meet him, your great engineer. How marvelous. I must say, Mr. Manders, my excitement is almost unseemly.
Yes, I can see that. Step this way, Professor. I will be right behind you.
Manders? Manders, where the devil are you? I can't see a damn thing. Manders!
We are the pig, Professor. We are all the pig.
Alright, hold on. So, they've set this thing up to look like a fucking church, man. Jeez. I wanted to check out this little area here. I don't know if there's anything worthwhile, but wouldn't mind crouching through just to see. It looks like that pig is eating somebody. Okay. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Are those the boys? My children. No. No.
I climb in stillness now. Blue water runs in my veins, now I am free. I carry the knife of this factory, the bowl of this mill. I am come to collect you from your fields and your furnaces. I will gather you into the white clouds. I will gather you to me, and I will take you home.
You will? Take me home. Take me. I'm just kidding. Sheesh. Yeah, damn. The veil lifts, the bride is waiting. Round up some orphans and the world will thank you for it. Disappear oh yeah, we already... That's like an excerpt, I think, from one of the files we read. I wonder if that's actually what these loading screens are, just like excerpts from the files.
Hear me, Mandus. My gears are adjust. My steam is built. Soon I will spill that blue water and split the egg, the atom, my soul. And there will be a very great burning.
Hey, Craig, thank you for the 39 months. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well.
Be proud, for this is your doing. Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture. You have made me, and I will make the world anew.
Vacuum eviscerators.
But why did you take my children?
Mandus, of all the blood we have spilled together, the first drops fell from your hands alone.
Then I am damned for a filicide, and everything is lost.
Yo, Dan, what's up, buddy? Okay, so we can waltz through the tanks here, or check out the other thing. I mean, I don't even know if there's anything worthwhile in here to begin with, but I figured it's worth taking a look around at the very least. Yeah, I don't see anything worthwhile in here. Okay. Well. Tried playing this, got lost early in, couldn't find your way. I actually feel like it's been pretty self-explanatory for the most part. It doesn't seem to be a very long game at all. I'm only about 2.5 hours in, maybe. And I feel like I'm already getting close to the end, so... Now that being said, I have been very fearlessly charging ahead, and the puzzles have been pretty underwhelming for the most part. That being said, I actually think I like this game better than The Dark Descent, only because, like, I just feel like the environment is substantially better. In this game than it was in The Dark Descent. Oh shit! Alright, we can go that way. Can we go this way? Nope. Well, this way it is. South Tower. No, I haven't played Rebirth. This is my first playthrough of the second game, and I played through the first game like 6 weeks ago, something like that.
Only to save you. Only to spare you. I would have given my soul to spare you this world and its loan. Oh, my children. My children. What have I done? What have I become? I will put it right, my darlings. All of my wrongs will be righted. All of my sins washed clean.
Yeah, I don't think...
I love you, my darlings, and I am sorry. I am sorry for all I have done. I simply loved you all too much for this world.
I don't think there's any coming back from this one, Chief. I don't think there's washing anything clean when you murder your kids, bud.
Decide your misguided crusade and let me save them. You may hate me, Mandus, but I have seen the future, your 20th century, and let me tell you this, a far greater slaughter awaits you there. I seek to save the world by blood now, before millions fall beneath history, pushed under by blade, bullet, and gas.
Why is this place such an unnecessary maze of, like, running around shit? Oh! I got teleported! Oh, fuck this guy, dude. Jeez. Hey! Quit teleporting me, dude. I can't see shit. Looks like this is just like a big circular area. Nothing overly complicated here. Just go in. Try to find the fucking path to the middle. So dark, dude. I can't see shit. Dude, yo, stop with the motion blur, dude. Dude, I can't even. Fuck? There's like a heart there or something. Maybe there's more to this room that I haven't quite figured out yet. Hold on.
All right.
Hey, Stark, thank you for the 35 months on the tier 2, buddy. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Ah, here we go. Whoa.
I will destroy you.
Stop him! Stop him! Kill him!
It is over. It is time to end this madness.
Dude, the fucking motion blur's gotta stop. Dude, I can't stand it in this game, man. It's literally the thing I hate the most about this game. I actually really like it, but
Oh, God help me. I am lost in the dried paper soul.
Listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world. I am your friend.
hold on, let me see here. There's like a light over here. What is this? There's somebody in there.
I am no more evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives. Mandus, stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandus.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. You sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
Yeah, trying to stay well there, Stark. It's been a bit of a mess lately, IRL, but we're slowly but surely getting things figured out. Alright, so this is the machine, dude. We thought the thing earlier was the machine. Nah. This is the fucking machine, dude.
Bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into pain. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Manders trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Manders. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
Let's see it. What do we got here?
Please, Manders, no. For your children.
The fuck is this? Oh, it's a button. Push that button. Epilepsy warning. Jeez.
I lay there and watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs.
The man-bear pigs.
Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. A church bell ringing out, and in that moment, the new century was born.
GG? I don't know. I think that's GG, y'all. I'm thinking that there's an alternate ending. I'm pretty sure. But GG. I want to see if there's another ending. I'm pretty sure that there is. Maybe not. I don't know. But GG. I'm going to look up the achievements. I'm assuming one of them is for getting all the files. I don't know what the other achievement is that I'm missing. Oh shit, hold on. Let me just do a quick look. Okay, nope, that's it. One of them is for finding all the notes, and then the other one is just for all the achievements. So I just must have missed a file or two. Not a big deal. GG. Told you guys it was a short game. It only took me 3 hours to get through, so much, much shorter. Okay, so quick review of the game. Hopefully the music coming from the credits is not so loud that you can't hear me talk. I have it turned down like 18 decibels, 17 decibels, so it should be fine. But quick review of the game. I actually liked this better than I liked The Dark Descent. But my issues with it are a little bit different than the first game. So I actually... I like the environment a lot more in this game. And I actually didn't mind the environment at all in the first game. But I actually like this one a lot more. Like, I actually thought it was really well done. Like, I like the fact that you didn't spend the whole game in a fucking cave. Here's the thing. Like, I think horror games do tend to benefit from, like, remote, isolated environments, right? There's, like, a certain sense of hopelessness that you get from just being in a remote location and, it, you know... and feeling like there's nobody coming to save you, you know what I mean? But that being said, I also feel like you can't just like do that and then like just have the environment be boring. And that's the issue I had with some of the later parts of The Dark Descent, was just that I didn't really feel like it was actively engaging the further you went in. I did think that the ending, like the last part that you get to, was really solid, but some of the stuff like leading into the end where you're just kind of like going through these areas, just they were just a little bit dull to me, even though overall I really liked it. This game, I didn't have that problem at all. I actually felt like the areas like the mansion was really cool. Honestly, the areas that I liked the least were the areas where the machinery was, but like the streets of London were really, really cool. Like, I actually thought that the environment here was really, really well done. And even though it was on the shorter side, I didn't mind that either. I think games like this really can't be more than about 4 to 6 hours. That's when they start to really outstay their welcome. You look at games like Outlast, which really start to teeter. I thought that the second Outlast game was really starting to push my buttons a little bit towards the end, because I felt like it was just a little too long. It wasn't crazy, but I think that game took me like 7.5 hours or something like that, and it was just a smidge too long for me, and I was ready to be done a couple hours before the game was actually over. But I thought this was a perfect length. I thought it was a short, sweet game that overall had a pretty good environment. There weren't really that many enemies, though. Like, the first game had a lot more stealthing around and evading enemies and things like that. I did think that got to be quite repetitive at a certain point, so I'm wondering if that's why they scaled it back a bit with this game. You can definitely tell that they didn't really want too much in this game as far as like putting enemies around. They wanted it to be more like atmospheric horror, which I felt like they did a pretty good job with, but where I really got frustrated was just like the obnoxious amount of motion blur. Like, there was so much motion blur, it was insanely distracting. That being said, though, I did like that they simplified a lot of the otherwise like overwhelming amount of exploration. Like in The Dark Descent, you could explore everything, like every desk drawer, every cabinet, like everything you could open and check out, which that just gets to be so tedious at a certain point that I know that some people really appreciate that. I don't like it as much. I thought Visage was actually kind of unnecessarily difficult because of that, but this game really simplified that. I thought that it was really well done. It did kind of make the puzzles a little bit less like challenging. I did feel like the puzzles were pretty underwhelming in this game, but all around I thought for like atmospheric horror they did a pretty good job with it. The game overall could have been a little bit more challenging, but I thought it was a great length for what it was worth. I think I paid like $1 or $2 for this game, so I'm not even sweating that at all. And for something that I could just, you know, put a few hours into and get a little bit of atmospheric horror, I thought it was really well done. So in terms of like scoring and stuff like that, I thought that the atmosphere and environment overall was pretty good. So I'm gonna, for that particular category, I'm gonna say that was probably I'd say a good 7 out of 10. I thought it was good. Not overwhelming by any means. Also keep in mind this is a pretty small dev team, so you know, with the score that I'm getting it, that's, you know, just kind of considering the fact that it's a small dev team. I don't, like, if this was supposed to be like a AAA title, obviously I'd have a lot more to say about that, but I would definitely give this a 7 out of 10 for the environment and atmosphere. Like, I do feel like it could have looked a little better for a game that came out in 2016, but for it being a small dev team, it's a very, very good sell for what it's worth. So 7 out of 10. That also is kind of, you know, taking into account the, you know, overall environment and, you know, the sound design and stuff like that. Very strong. As far as the gameplay goes, I do feel like the gameplay had a lot of things that I really enjoyed with it being stripped down. But I also feel like they could have done a lot more to just make it more interesting. Like, I can only take reading so many files and listening to so many like dialogue elements where there's like heavy motion blur and I have complete, you know, I have no idea where I'm going or like what's going on because there's just so much motion blur that they just, you know, it's a little overwhelming in that sense. Gameplay wise, I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. I thought it could have been a lot better, but it wasn't terrible. Like, I thought for, you know, given the gameplay length, the fact that, you know, it was pretty self-explanatory for the most part, and that they improved pretty heavily on a lot of the things from the first game, I think a 6 out of 10 is a pretty fair score. I think that they did some things better, other things, you know, not as well, but a 6 out of 10 I think is a pretty strong, you know, all things considered, still pretty solid, but a lot of room for improvement. And then my final score, which is kind of in the direction I'm going with a lot of my reviews, is how well did the game run. This is a game from 2016, and again, also kind of a small dev team, so you can't really expect really crazy engine optimization, and to be honest, the game didn't run that well, but it also at the same time wasn't overloading my stream, which, like Callisto Protocol, for example, was just absolutely atrocious. I would say that the game ran about what I would expect for an indie 2016 game. I didn't have to deal with crashing or anything. There's a lot of different options that there are to improve performance that I could have chosen by lowering graphic settings and stuff like that. I'm going to give system performance a 7 out of 10. I think it runs about as well as you expect. Obviously it isn't pushing the boundaries of gaming or anything like that, so I think an average score on a 7 out of 10 is pretty good. So all in all, that works out to a 6.6 out of 10. Not an incredible experience. I enjoyed it. It's really not my kind of game. But for what it's worth, the fact that you can usually pick it up on sale for a couple bucks, I would still, even given that it's what does that score come out to if I'm doing some math here? 7 plus 7 plus 6 divided by 3. Yeah, 6.7 out of 10 is what I'll say. I would say that for what it's worth a playthrough for a couple hours of your time to experience it. It isn't half bad, but I am looking forward to playing Rebirth. I think this type of game can improve greatly by keeping the length the same, but really, really focusing on getting the best gameplay that you can possibly get in the confines of a 4 to 6 hour game. And I think that I hope that Rebirth is going to be like that, but obviously I will reserve that judgment for when I play that, which will probably be tomorrow. So thank you all again so much for tuning in. I am going to call the stream here for the day. I know it's kind of a short, sweet one today, but I do have some IRL stuff that I got to get done, and I've got to put out some YouTube, like get some YouTube stuff done. I need to put my review of Callisto Protocol out, and I haven't even started recording that yet. So be on the lookout for that on my YouTube channel. I might try to get that done today and out on YouTube tomorrow. Sundays are usually a good day for me to release YouTube content, so that's kind of what I'm thinking I'll do now. But for now, I will leave you guys there. Let me find somebody that I can send a raid over to.